Are you confused by the sheer volume of information you receive about health and well-being? 1 minute coffee is good for you. The next, it's causing cancer. You read that most of us are marginally dehydrated one day, and the next, you are bombarded by the perils of overdrinking. Energized by an article on the miracle powers of coconut oil, you buy a kilo jar, only to find out it's contributing to your heart disease. The list goes on. One of the reasons for all the confusion is that, while the internet gives us access to a lot of information, which is not always the most reliable source. Another reason is that profit and popularity are behind a lot of what we read. However, there are deeper underlying causes for your confusion. Throughout history, people have thought about health and illness in many different ways. Rationalism and scientific thinking dominate in today's world, but it's important to remember this is just one way of conceptualizing the world. In the Middle Ages, for example, people believed that physical and mental problems were a punishment from God. This belief gradually gave way to empiricism, believing in what can be seen, and scientific understanding. Science tells us that if we separate out the elements of a problem, we can come up with a solution, a pill or a cure. Yet modern advances in science are now revealing that the idea of the body as a machine made up of isolated elements or component parts doesn't really work so well. Achieving harmony can start with the body or the mind. Mental health advice usually involves strategies like regular exercise and eating well. Doctors prescribe mindfulness meditation for a host of physical and mental ills. The modern world is full of stimulation and stresses, and people react to life events, traumas and tensions, joys, and excitement, in different ways. Physical, mental, and emotional responses are often all rolled into one. The world moves so fast that even too much excitement can sometimes be a bad thing. Self-development is not a new phenomenon, but best practice strategies to achieve change have certainly changed. In a few decades, our understandings have moved beyond behaviorism and self-management strategies, stress management, and time management to deeper understandings of the human psyche. Spirituality is no longer intrinsically linked to religion, and spiritual experience is understood as a key to well-being. The positive psychology movement has moved our focus to the here and now. Shifts the focus from what is clinically wrong to the promotion of well-being and the creation of a satisfying life filled with meaning, pleasure, engagement, positive relationships, and accomplishment. It's about being more aware of ourselves, our capacity for gratitude, how we interact with others, and being in the here and now, and, yes, mindfulness. Is mindfulness just a sticking plaster when we need trauma counseling to deal with the savagery of life, from the playground to corporate life? Perhaps the answer to that question is yes, but nonetheless, mindfulness works, and it doesn't need to be complicated. The old adage of taking a breath is a good clue to the fact that a pause, a breath, and a moment of silence can make a huge difference to our perception of something. Mindfulness doesn't have to be a full hour of seated meditation. Likewise, many short interventions can be highly effective ways to achieve harmony, health, and well-being. While yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong are great ways for wellness, here are some of the shorter interventions that are useful. Life Hack 1. Stand up. Most of us sit at a desk for too long during the day. The harmful effects of prolonged sitting have been equated to those from smoking. The good news is you don't need to take up jogging to mitigate the harm. All you need to do is stand up. This changes your blood pressure in positive ways, allows you to change posture, and shifts your mental and visual focus. Life Hack 2. Stretch and move regularly. Our bodies are energetic entities. Science is now beginning to prove what systems such as Chinese medicine have understood for thousands of years. That energy can be used to heal and nourish the body. One way to feel better in your body and clear the mind is to have a routine that combines stretching and breathing, thus encouraging blood and energy to move through your body. Doing a simple stretching routine called Waking Up Your Morning Spring is just so good. This involves circling the extremities, ankles, knees, hips, and so on in a routine designed to rejuvenate and revitalize the body and mind and bring more energy into your day. An evidence base exists to back up the efficacy of such practices. Life Hack 3. Take a moment. Take a moment to reconnect with your core self. Sit or stand, take a deep breath, close your eyes if you want to, and consciously breathe in and out slowly. Move your attention to a point about 2 fingers up from your mid-eyebrow and continue to take a few deep breaths. This point has been variously referred to in science, religions, and philosophy as the pineal gland, third eye, and seat of the soul. Most of us commune with technology almost constantly. Instead of checking in with technology, try checking in with yourself. You can do this practice of reconnection in the moments when you'd be checking your phone, like at the traffic lights or when waiting for a lift. Life hack 4. Change your body language. Sit up straight. Walk in a straight line with books on our heads. While this was all good fun at the time, recent body language research reveals we can change other people's perceptions, and even our own body chemistry, simply by changing body positions. Preparatory power posing can serve as a simple, free, nonverbal tool that has the potential to be adopted by and beneficial to almost anyone, including those who are chronically powerless due to lack of physical resources or hierarchical status. Put simply, if we stand and pose with confidence, we will feel more confident. Next time you need a confidence boost, try standing for 2 minutes in the Wonder Woman pose with your hands on your hips and your legs further than hip distance apart, or try the same pose with your hands raised in the air like you just won an Olympic sprint race. Life hack 5. Turn things upside down. This is a short, simple intervention for those moments when you become aware that you're feeling tired or stressed. With your feet slightly wider than hip distance apart, your stomach muscles lightly engaged, and your knees slightly bent, lean forward from the waist. Then relax and breathe in as far as you can and hold it, then breathe a little more and hold it, and again. Do this again a couple of times. This gives a nice little massage to the intercostal muscles between the ribs and the muscles between the shoulder blades, where many of us carry tension, particularly if we sit for extended periods of time. Life hack 6. Heighten your awareness. How aware are you of the sounds of everyday life? In general, it seems we are much more passive in our relationship to sound than we are in other aspects of our lives. Humans are constantly surrounded by noise, mostly accidental and unpleasant. We are disconnected from the world around us, adversely affected by incongruous noise. The solution? To become aware of and practice taking control of the environment. Block out unpleasant noises. Sing, block your ears if you hear unpleasant noises, and create conscious soundscapes. Spend 5 minutes a day listening to wind, water, or birds. Life hack 7. Celebrate the water of life. Punctuate your day with water. A shower, a swim, a visit to the beach or the river, or even simply listening to a waterscape on the internet. Taking the waters as a cure all dating back centuries. The Greeks and Egyptians used springs and baths for healing. The Victorians believed that hydrotherapy healed, often sitting in steam baths up to their necks or drinking copious quantities of mineral water. As people turn to leisure and lifestyle as the key to health and well-being, it's little wonder that spa tourism is again on the increase. You don't need to go on holiday to reap the benefits water has to offer, though. Try having a shower when you get home at the end of the day. This helps hydrate the body, relaxes you, and gives you a mental cue that your workday is done. Taking micro steps, paying attention to the small details, and making even just one change a day makes a difference to the state of your health and well-being. Try to tune into your energy, consciously listen, stretch, pose, pause, take a shower, or try some self-soothing. All these things work. It's just a matter of finding the combination that suits you. So, hope you got massive value out of this video. Consider subscribing, and see you in the next video.